Lastpage Podcast. I'm your boy Lastpage, and I got my lovely, beautiful queen with me tonight, Toni Ringgold. Tonight we're gonna have relationship talk.
Hey.
Yeah, relationship talk tonight. What's good? What's up, baby?
I'm just happy to be here with you.
Yeah.
A little getaway.
Yeah.
This weekend. It's been nice.
It's always a joy to have you here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, look at this lady here. Ain't she beautiful? I'm a lucky man. I really am. And look, y'all. She came on to me. She shooting her shot at me.
You ain't warmed up yet, and you already.
She shooting her shot at.
Shot her shot. Shoot it.
She
shot.
Look.
Yes.
Politically correct.
I shot my shot.
Pass me that whiskey.
I shot my shot at Mr. Steele here, as he's telling my business. Yes. Okay, so are we really going straight into this?
No, we don't have to.
Okay, I mean we can because you done.
Well, no,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just talking shit. I'm talking shit, but it's the truth. I'm talking shit.
It is the truth. It is the truth, y'all. Okay, so listen, when y'all tonight, make sure y'all comment because we actually are live. And baby, I don't know how to do that.
What you
trying
to
go over
go
there
to?
so we can make sure we can see the comments. I see we already getting some love. Hey y'all,
all right, what's good, y'all?
Whoever's already taking a look here. Look, see, there's a comment. We gotta get that.
Okay, we got a comment up in here. Who that?
Beautiful couple. Oh, thank you.
Appreciate that. Much
love. Thank you.
So the comments is right here. So tonight, y'all, I don't know who it is. It say Facebook user, but I don't know who it is. But man, look good looking out. Tonight we're gonna have relationship talk, y'all. We finna talk about our relationship. How we're growing. We're going to talk about the growing pains. We're going to talk about the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no relationship out there perfect. And if anybody tell you otherwise, they lying.
They are. Okay, so before we get into it, right? He took me to, where we go? Casa de Monte Cristo.
Casa de Monte Cristo.
Monte Cristo.
Gotta
roll out.
Cristo.
And he wants me to try out. So some of you may or may not know. Every once in a while, I like to puff a cigar. And he wanted me to try out this one called, it's by Tatiana, and it's called Groovy Blue. Okay, so he gonna cut this for me.
It smells good.
It does smell.
It's gonna taste good too.
Okay, we about to see.
It's gonna taste good too.
It does smell good though. All right, and he got this cute little contraption. Usually when I go, they cut them for me.
See, I don't like them wide cuts, like them little diamond cuts they put in there. Cause when you puff on it, all that tobacco be getting in your mouth. That shit be getting on my nerve. So I got one of these little keychain joints. You just put like the round one. Just put a round cut in there. Let me cut yours. I'll cut yours first, man.
And while we puffing on these good cigars, he got him some Tennessee whiskey. And I love plum wine. There's a particular plum wine that I really like. It's called Fuki, but they didn't have that tonight. So he went into someplace and got this one.
Total wine.
Kikkoman. This is the people that make soy sauce.
No, listen.
It is.
Is it?
Kikkoman. Y'all know this
label. Okay,
regardless. But I'm not gonna lie, it's good.
It's good.
It's real good.
It's good.
Real good. It's real good.
You was down there at first. I'm like, plum wine is plum wine, right? They all sweet, right?
No.
Because I never.
Some of them aren't sweet. I'm a sweet wine, like people like the dry wines and all that. I like my wine sweet. I put me a little blueberry in there.
Oh shit!
What you did?
I pushed it out. Here.
Okay. So
my torch broke, so cover your hand. Don't burn your hand, baby. Cover it to the front. Yeah. Good, puff some more. Got the puff. Come on, baby lungs. Let's go. Let's go, baby lungs.
Shut up. That's nice. That's nice.
It's nice, right?
It's nice. Mm-hmm.
I told you. You know what I'm saying? It's nice.
All right, we're losing viewers. We gotta start talking.
People gonna come in and out.
True.
It's okay, and if they didn't see it, they'll come back and look at it.
True.
Okay. So, what you want to talk about? How you want to start this out? Because I mean, either way.
Well, you kind of went into it already, so we could talk a little bit about how we met. I think that'll be a cool conversation for folks. Probably something that people may not necessarily expect. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did what most people would say you're not supposed to do, right? So, you know, as a Southern belle like myself, you always have been taught that you never go after a man. You always let the man go after you, right? And so that's something that I completely agree with to a certain degree. So I think I did kind of break the rules with you, but I'm so happy I broke the rules. I'll break them all over again. So look at it. So listen, okay, so this is what happened. So me and him both, we had this conversation, which I think is pretty cool. Me and him both were over like the whole dating thing. I think I had deleted my dating profiles, I don't know how many times. But I'm an entrepreneur and I'm always working and I got a lot going on. And I knew that one, I'm not a clubber. Two, I'm not out and about like that. I'm usually working or with my children and then back at the house. And so I was like, well, if I do want to try to meet somebody, online would be convenient. Not the best choice, but convenient. And so I decided to try the online dating thing one more time. Now my ass is cheap. So I wasn't paying nobody for nothing, okay? I was like, I'm either find somebody, on Facebook dating or Plenty of Fish is going to be some real free 99. So I joined one more time, made a profile again. And I'm one of those people, I look at who likes me. Like, I don't go and look at the guys that, just in general. I need to look at who likes me. And I'm a plush pal. I'm a juicy girl, thick ones, full figure with plus size, whatever you want to call it, right?
I love every bit.
And so I'm very sure, and this is one thing I will say, ladies, I digress, but just a side note, if you are whoever you are, whether you're skinny, fat, tall, short, make sure that when you are on these profiles that you show a full body picture of yourself. Do not be honest with how you look, because that weeds out who's actually really interested in you and who's not, okay? Because everybody deserves to have a preference. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make a person bad if they have a physical preference of what they're looking for, right? That's the first thing people see. So anyway, I was looking at who liked me, and I was going through the different pictures, and I seen his picture and I stopped. And I was like, It was something about his photos. There's one photo in particular where he's looking like down in the camera, and he was just looking at me like, hey, wife. I was like, oh. So my little fast tail, I said on there, I was like, what'd I say? Hey, husband, I'm your wife.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so when I said that, how did that make you feel?
Okay, so
be honest.
So rewind, right? Just like how she told her story, I'm going to tell mine and bring it up to when she messaged me. So I was just fed up with the dating scene. Facebook dating. It started out cool, but it just after a while it ended up becoming like just straight trash. Kept meeting, females that really wouldn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just like how females feel about guys. Y'all be feeling like dudes be talking a good game and all this old shit or whatever, but some females be talking a good game too, or they just have you around for the time being until they find somebody that they like and just like whatever. So anyway, I got fed up with just trying to date because it's piss in the dating pool for real. And I like I told her, I was about to deactivate my page until she messaged me. It took I looked at that message. I went back, I read back on that message that she sent me probably like 3 or 4 times.
Really?
Yes, I reread it like 3 or 4 times, and I kept going back to your profile. I kept looking at your pictures. I'm like, she might be crazy. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, she might be crazy or something. You know what I mean? But
no.
I messaged her back. I'm like, oh, really? She like, yeah. She like, let's skip the antics.
I said pleasantries.
Yeah, she said, let's skip the pleasantries. Here's my number. And give me, did I call you on the same day?
You did.
I called on the same day. And like we hit it off. Everything was just so organic.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just so organic. And I mean, we just started talking every day. Every day. Like, I mean, just like how we do now. Like we don't live together right now, whatever. And, we stay 3 hours away from each other or whatever. Yeah, like 2.5, 3 hours away from each other. So, when we make it our business to meet up and be with each other, we've made that commitment. We literally made that commitment. And I can't recall, did we ever flake or just been like, I can't show up or some shit? Mm-hmm. Like when we made plans, it was always set in stone and we actually did it. So that to me, that's what made it work. I feel like if you truly find somebody that you really like and somebody that you truly love and you believe that you can make that work with that person, there are going to be some sacrifices that you may have to make.
I'm going to tell you something. So when me and him first started talking, right, I guess because of the type of the work I do and the type of life that I live, I'm a real cut and dry person. I'm kind of like, okay, we need to meet. I need to see you. I need to see what's up. Let's go ahead and do this. And once we met, shut up. Once we met and like we spent that time together, it was like we spent a weekend together. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it was quick. Like I made the drive. I came down. Right.
But here's the thing, right? When she was trying to link up, I was like, well, it's kind of early in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be a little crazy or something. You know what I mean? Any other dude would have been like, yeah, come on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yeah, let me feel you out a little bit longer before we make that decision.
And that's what attracted me more to him, because what I like is I like a person in general, whether it's a man, a friend, business person. I like people that are selective, right? And I like people that like to vet things out. Don't get it twisted. Ain't a desperate bone in my body. Because if I wanted to be with somebody back home, I could be with a couple of folks back there. But I was looking for something different. And for me, connection is everything. And I follow my intuition. I'm real big on that. And whenever I haven't followed my intuition, that's when things go haywire. But for him, I felt very safe. My friends, when I told them I was coming up here, I had friends who was like, what's your location? We need to know his address. This is crazy. Meet at Starbucks first. Like, it was like, everybody was like, yo, what are you doing? And I was just my spirit was settled. And because my spirit was settled and I had a strong understanding of what it is that he was making me feel when I was with him, the genuine energy and just the groundedness that he has within himself was something that I was craving. And so it was a no-brainer for me to come out here. Plus, I love Dallas. So it was a win-win all around. But it definitely, once we realized, like, okay, I think we want to be together, we said that we knew it was going to take some work because we are 2.5 hours. I'm a mom. I'm a mother of three. I own multiple businesses. He is a professional. He lives all the way here in Dallas. Of course, he has Open Page Podcasts and other endeavors and artists, all of these different things that we have going on. And then on top of falling in love with one another, we knew that it was going to be work. But Chad touched on something really important, is that commitment to, okay, you know what? We really, really are feeling each other. Now it's time to really, where the rubber meets the road, are we going to really try to work this thing out? Are we really going to make the sacrifices? Not only do I come up here, but he comes to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
We try to see each other as much as possible. Sometimes 2 and 3 times a month. Sometimes it might be a month, before we get to see each other. Right. But we talk every day.
Every day.
Every single day.
Every day.
I be wanting to sleep on the phone.
She be wanting to sleep on the phone, which I ain't got no problem with it. But sometimes I'll be like, man, go to sleep. Shit. Go to sleep.
I be going to sleep. And we still be trying to be on the phone.
I be like, man, go to sleep. I'll talk to you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's like it puts you in the mind of like some high school puppy love type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's so pure. I think that's what I love so much about it, is the love is so pure. It's not self-serving. It's not with any ulterior motives. Like, we both came into the situation having our own. We're not trying to get nothing off of each other. Like, it's just literally just what that is. And I think that's another thing that makes it really strong.
For real. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And we waited a while. We had long conversations about me meeting her kids and stuff. And, I love the kids. And I also expressed to her that, once upon a time, I preferred to be with a woman who didn't have kids, because any woman that I was encountered with, they had bad ass disrespectful children. They kids were bad and disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So, they was bad. I ain't finna talk bad about nobody kid, but they was bad. But when I met her children, they well-mannered, you know what I'm saying? Very smart, make good grades. You know what I mean? They don't get in no trouble, and I love that. I like good kids. I do. I like good kids. So I was like, wow, like, this woman she the truth. Oh. She is the truth. You know what I mean?
We ain't doing bad kids now.
No, hell no. Because if you have bad kids, I promise you, I'd be like,
you wouldn't have dated me, babe.
I'd be like, hey, I like you, but so you got a lot going on with your kids. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because you got some kids like, you ain't my daddy.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna do it.
You got them type of kids, and like, I ain't had time for that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or you had them chicks who had kids that were misguided, and they was raised around a bunch of heathen ass Negroes, on that thug gangster bang bang shit.
Or you had moms that just didn't parent their kids.
And I loved her kids even more because they bougie. Her son, how old is
Zion?
No, not Zion. Eli, he 13.
Uh-huh.
Her 13-year-old son, Eli, was like, Mom, can we make a charcuterie board? I was like, whoa, wait, hold on, wait a minute. I'm like, he said a charcuterie board. A charcuterie board. Look, let me tell you something. I am from motherfucking Gary, Indiana, Chicago, Illinois area. Okay. I ain't never heard no 13-year-old say, Mom, can we make a charcuterie board? That's how I knew they was raised different. They was raised different. I'm like, okay, these my kind of kids. We on the same level. That's what I'm talking about, for sure.
You know, I remember I went to my family reunion, and my kids were smaller then. I think my oldest was like maybe 6 or 7. Yeah, he was like 6. And I remember my family, they were making fun of me. They were like, "Oh, your children are so prepared. They're so prepared. You know, and I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely an African American woman, definitely a sister. You know what I mean? We do Black stuff. You know, we are. We're not. I don't try to be anything other than I am. However, I do believe in exposing my kids to the finer things. I want them to be accustomed to the finer things, so that when it does come to them later on in life, they already have a taste or an affinity for something. They won't be taken off guard by filet mignon. Like my daughter, she was 8 years old. We went to a really nice restaurant in the Domain in Austin, and she ordered filet mignon. And every time she goes to a restaurant, she want to know if they got filet mignon. I'm like, we are at Chili's. They do not have filet mignon.
I mean, but it's like, and then it's like it's no different from these other parents that they got their kids hooked on seafood boils and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. So like they like Jordans, we like charcuterie boards.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I feel like too, like I'm excited about Chad being in their life, because there's some things, you know, some fly guy stuff, you know, he can teach them and, you know, tell them, you know, show them some things that I may not be able to do, some things I don't know. And I think that's exciting for me.
Yeah, you know, and you know, I'm always up on the latest. You know what I'm saying? I'm always up on the kicks and
yes. So this fashions you see tonight, it's a Chad original.
Yeah, she got my kimono, my signature kimono on right now. You know what I'm saying?
All I had to do, literally, I was like, what do I want to put on? Because I don't want to wear what I had on earlier.
She be over here raiding
his closet.
Yeah, she be over here raiding my closet and be wanting to sleep in my shirts and stuff. And,
I do.
You know, I don't be tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like that one shirt, that floral joint.
Yep.
That black and white one.
That's a bad shirt.
It's a bad shirt.
It's a bad shirt. Like I could do a couple of things with that shirt. I have some plans for that shirt. But yeah, so
wow, this is my question. Why do women always raid men clothes? Y'all be raiding niggas drawers.
No, I ain't wearing your drawers.
No, for real. Like they be raiding niggas drawers and be out wearing them like they biker shorts. For real. Like them what's them called? Them Ethica drawers with the different designs on them and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? See, she don't even know what Ethica drawers is.
I don't know what that is.
Well, they real popular. They got like just like different designs on the drawers, but you see a lot of chicks out with those spandex drawers on like they biker shorts. Like you got drawers on. These are not shorts.
Well, I mean, I can't speak for all women, but for me, I like to wear your stuff because it makes me feel closer to you when you're not around.
All right, that's sweet.
No, for real. Like he had left this shirt, right, y'all. He left it, and like I slept with it in the bed with me. Because he always smells good. Let me tell you something for all you fellas that are out there. Okay. Hygiene is so important. When you smell good, and you don't even have to have the most expensive clothes. You don't have to have any of that. But when you take care of what you do have and you put your stuff together and you try to at least keep your shoes clean and try to keep yourself up, do you understand how many points that will get you with a woman, a real woman?
Man, look, I be trying to tell. I've been preaching this to cats. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. We got to stop putting that putting this stigma. Is that the word I'm looking for? We need to stop putting this stigma on big dudes not taking care of themselves properly or taking care of their hygiene. You know what I'm saying? It's all in how a cat was raised. Because I'm going to tell you flat out, my mama didn't play none of that shit when I was coming up. She used to give us the booty test. I'm dead ass. She used to give us the booty test to embarrass us. She embarrassed us enough where we washed our asses the proper way, where we ain't even want her to do that shit no more. You feel what I'm saying? She like, no. You took a shower too. You took a shower too damn fast. No, you got up out of there too damn quick.
That's tough.
It was tough, but it made me the person that I am
because
today.
I don't never smell your booty.
I gotta smell good at all times.
It smells good.
I could miss a day without washing my ass, and I'm still gonna smell good. You know how many skinny cats I done been around, and these niggas smell like musty grown man balls and shit.
They be musty.
Like, boy, you skinny. And that's what I don't get, because you got skinny folks that think they could go days without washing their ass. You gonna smell just like the big person. You think because you don't have no size on you that
if I'm being honest,
but
most big people I know smell good for the most part. I think it's because we be so self-conscious. Because
people already put that
when you're plus size, they want to try to make it seem like you sloppy.
Yeah, all big people sloppy, and yeah, you know what I'm saying. So,
and it ain't true. Cause baby,
hey, look, I smell like peppermint. What I smell like?
You smell like love.
I smell like love. I be smelling like peppermint, you know what I'm saying? Frankincense and myrrh, cedar wood,
water,
sage,
water,
straight water. And that's another thing. Drink water. Stay hydrated. When you don't drink water like that, that plays a big part with your hygiene too. You know what I'm saying? Staying hydrated properly, I drink water 24/7. 24/7. I don't drink pop, I don't drink juice. You ain't finna see none of that in my refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? That plays a big part. You know, chlorophyll. I'm the cat. I drink chlorophyll. I'm one of them, you know, holistic niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you what?
I'm a holistic nigga. I'm a holistic nigga. I like chlorophyll because it's a deodorizer. Your shits don't stink. That stuff turn women on. It turned women on. And I had one, not to get off subject, I had one chick that was very surprised because she thought every big dude was like that. Oh my God, I gotta tell somebody.
Gotta tell somebody?
Yeah, that's what she said. She like, I gotta tell somebody. I'm like, what? I just, take care of yourself.
Man, I can look at his picture. Matter of fact, he had this on in that picture. and I knew. I was like, okay. And I don't get those feelings often, but when I do get them, because I am a Taurus and I'm super stubborn, there's nothing that anybody can tell me that's going to deter me about how I feel. And that's how I feel about him. Like, not that anybody has, because it's crazy. Everybody that's in my life is super excited. Like, they keep telling me, they like, man, Toni, I ain't never seen you this happy before. Like, they've seen me in other relationships. And they like, I was married for a whole 10 years, y'all. So, they're like, man, we ain't never seen you smile like this. Like, y'all match. That's another thing I get all the time. Like, y'all match each other. Y'all fit each other.
We're equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? And, we have our differences.
We do.
We be, getting into it. We got into it today. We had as a matter of fact, we got into it earlier. We got into it twice today.
Did we? I know we got into it in the car.
We got into it here at the house, and then we got into it. No. That was last. Was that last night? It was yesterday. It was last night. We got into it last night, cause I still wanted her to be up on me, but I'm looking at a podcast show. And she up here on her phone, and the phone loud as hell.
Okay, so look.
I'm like,
so
baby,
wait.
Can you cut your phone down a little bit?
I
want to see this one little part.
Go ahead.
I'm like, I just want to see this one little part. I'm like, babe, can you cut your phone down? I just want to see this one little part. She gonna get up and walk and go in the room. I'm like, you can't use. Before she left, I'm like, you can't use your AirPod. Okay. You pay $200 for some AirPods that you don't even use.
I do use them, but okay.
No, not like that.
Okay. So he's. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. So let me tell you my perspective. Okay. Here's the thing. I had worked all day long. I got on the road at close to 8:00, and I drove 2.5 hours to see him climb 3 flights of damn stairs. Okay. In my heart, I felt like anything that he needed to watch could have been watched before the fuck I got here. Okay. So I'm laying next to him, sitting in the chair. Mind you, let's be clear. He had been watching stuff for a good 45 minutes of different stuff he was watching. And I get it. He was gathering information and stuff for the podcast. I respect that. Okay. But I'm like, okay, so I'm asking him questions about my photo shoot. I had just had a photo shoot because I'm going to be featured in a magazine. And I was showing him stuff. He's like, I already seen it. Yeah, I seen it already. And then he's tuned in to his stuff. So I'm just still going through the photo shoot footage or whatever, letting him watch. And he's like, oh, can you turn that damn TV loud? That phone loud. I'm trying to watch this. I'm like, Negro, give me my attention.
But
let me finish. Then he tells me that I need to put on some AirPods. I don't want to put on any AirPods. I'm just going to go walk in the room and lay in a comfortable bed until he finishes doing whatever he's doing, and then we can reconvene after that. But he felt like when I got up and went into the room that I was being petty and childish. But really, I wasn't. I just wasn't into turning my phone down, just like he was into his program. And I figured I'd go in the other room.
And then I go in the room. I asked her, I'm like, you got an attitude? She gonna say, oh, you talking to me now? What? I'm like, what you mean? I'm like, I didn't even have an attitude. I'm like, I didn't even want you to leave. I still wanted you on me. I just wanted you to turn it down.
His cake and eat it too.
I just wanted her to turn it down. It was one part I was trying to get some take notes on and listen to the.
He keeps saying one part like he wasn't watching it for a whole 45 minutes.
But I end up skipping through. Did I not? Did I not end up skipping it through?
You skipped it. But so this is my thing. After all that was done, right? And we were sitting there fussing. I was like, you know what, babe? I don't want to argue with you about this. It's stupid. So I came and kissed on him. And then other things happened and we were fine after that.
Yeah.
See, certain things, are just not worth the fight.
See, and you know what? And it be stuff like that where if one person is mad, the other person gonna be mad too. But it's like they gonna be so mad where if one person is like going low or still being on that level, the other person gonna try to stoop even lower. Next thing you know, y'all mad at each other even more, and y'all finna go to bed mad. We're not finna go to bed mad at each other. Because if I did something wrong and she expressed that to me, I'm grown enough and I'm man enough to adjust that and say, I'm sorry, babe. You know what I'm saying? You right. You know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't at the right time, for me to, try to alleviate the situation, but we still made it our business to not be mad at each other before we went to bed.
Yeah, we was happy.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. What you mean?
Happy, joy.
I just don't understand why do couples go to bed mad at each other and then they drag it off until the next day. Some be mad at each other all week.
I feel like, okay, so one thing, I was married for many years. I was married for a decade. And there was a lot of things that I learned in my marriage. Things that that I did, some things that he did. But in those situations, I was able to really see like the bigger picture. Yeah. Sometimes when people are arguing and they want to get their point across so bad, they can't step back to see, like they say, the forest from the trees. Like some things are not even worth an argument. Some things, if you put your ego in check and take a moment and just really look at the situation, you can realize, okay, is this really worth the battle or is this not? Right. Like, is this really that serious? And when you start, there are certain things that are non-negotiables with me, and I will voice my opinion on how I feel about it. And that's it, and that's all. And same thing with him. There's certain things that's just non-negotiables with him. However, some things, when you're learning a person, right, and you're getting ready to spend your life with this person, you made it up in your mind that this is the person that you see yourself with for the rest of your life. Right. You do realize that person is a whole human being with a whole set of feelings, with a whole set of emotions, with a whole set of practices and habits and rituals and everything that they've done and grown up with. They had a whole childhood, a whole set of parents, all of those things. And then y'all are trying to mesh your lives together. Like in my situation, it's a little different. Not only is he, going to spend his life with me, but also with my kids. So when you think about all of that and the adjustments that have to be made in the grand big picture, it's like some stuff is just really not even worth the fight.
Right. It's really not worth the fight. And it all boils down to learning how to take accountability. And that's what a lot of men and women don't do when it comes to relationships. And people just be so quick to want to throw their hands when shit get rocky. You know what I'm saying? If you really love that person, don't feel like, for the fellas, don't feel like you being less of a man when you apologizing to your lady. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel like you being less of a man if your lady is telling you something that could possibly save your life or put you in a better position. You feel what I'm saying? A woman's intuition is very, very strong, bro. It's very, very strong. And the love that a woman has for you, you know it.
Yep.
We as men, we need to stop trying to take advantage of that. We damage so many good women when in reality, a queen like this, she give me superpowers. She give me superpowers, and I I never, to be honest, I've confessed my love, to a woman or whatever, but it's never been to this extent. You know what I mean? You the best I ever had. You really are.
You are too.
You the best I ever had. Stop, for real. You match my fly. You know what I'm saying? You do. You match my fly. For real. So it's like shit. It's like peanut butter jelly. It's like ham and burger.
Wait a minute.
It's like peanut butter jelly. It's like ham and burger. You know what I'm saying? It's like cereal and milk. Okay. It's like vodka and cranberry.
Okay.
It's like that. For real.
Talk your shit.
So
no, it really is. Like it really is. I'm in love.
People, I mean, and then it's like people think, because you showing the good stuff that you trying to betray to be a perfect couple.
Yeah, like trying to portray, and you're not.
And you not.
We not.
Really
like
happy. We happy as fuck. Like we be doing silly ass shit. You know what I mean? Like if I was to deal with like somebody else, like take a ex for example. I ain't finna get all deep into that, but like when I was on that tip, like the person that I am now, she used to do everything that she could to try to hinder me and not
she didn't like to see you happy.
Yeah, she didn't like to see me happy. I couldn't laugh about shit. You know what I'm saying? What you laughing about? I want to laugh. You know, that shit is not necessary.
It's toxic.
It's very toxic. Like, lighten up. Get to know one. Look in each other's eyes. Talk about the plans that y'all got for each other for the future. Where y'all see yourselves in the next 5 or 10 years. You know what I'm saying? We talk about this stuff
all the time.
We do.
And you know, I just want to say this too, like for people who have gone through terrible relationships and bad breakups and stuff like that, and you're not damaged goods. You're not.
You good enough.
You good enough. You can have it. You know, trust your gut. It's okay. Trust yourself again, because you know when you find yourself in those situations, right, and then you get out of them. Sometimes, like for me, I had to work on trusting myself again, because I was like, man, how did I allow myself to get that into something that crazy with that person for that long? And then you know, and then the Lord forbid if it happens more than once, then you really thinking like something wrong with you, you know, and so. I think that one of the biggest things to take from all of that is we both have had our shared relationships, shared failed relationships, you know, and different situations have happened in our lives, and we still manage to find each other. So if you are a person that's single and you like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna ever be able to get somebody, or if I'm gonna find a person, my person, right? Because you could get with somebody, you could get in a relationship tomorrow and be with the wrong person and waste your time, right? But I'm talking about like an actual real relationship where you're happy about being in it, where you want to shout it from the rooftops. That type of love you can have. It's attainable, but you're gonna have to do some work, right? So me and Chad both were in therapy when we met each other.
Yes.
Right. So we were doing work, our own work, outside of each other before we met each other.
Yep.
And so there were things that I had to work on within myself that I had to get better at and recognize and work on Toni, work on my own flaws, my own things. And I'm still not perfect, right? I'm still a work in progress. But the point is that there were things that we were doing on the inside of ourselves prior to us meeting each other. Sometimes you say, man, I want to be with my person. I want to this, I want to do that. I want to have this, I want to have that. But have you really done the work? Like, have you really assessed yourself, your patterns, your habits, why you keep attracting the same type of person?
Yeah.
What are the things that you're doing to find yourself repeating these cycles? Until you address that, you're going to always find yourself back in the same position.
And you're going to always find yourself meeting the same person in a different body. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, you know, me and my homeboy, we talked about this the other day. We was talking about how social media is the worst shit ever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's cool for you know, for a platform, for getting noticed and stuff like that. But you have a lot of people out there that have a big platform, and they are being misleading to their audience by giving them the wrong information, or it's just a whole lot of toxic advice. Oh, don't inhale, baby.
I was feeling you when you were saying that.
but you got a lot of these people with major platforms that are pushing out toxic advice, and you got these people that's coming on there with all of these high expectations, when in reality they can't even meet those expectations that they looking for in somebody else. And a lot of times those type of people, they need to do a lot of shadow work within themselves. They're not even ready for a relationship. Because you're being unrealistic. You know what I'm saying?
If you got a credit score of 498 and you talking about you want to have a person with at least a 750 credit score and got to make 6 figures in this, and you are barely paying your light bill, there's a distortion there. Something is wrong.
Something is seriously wrong. So fellas, listen, don't let a woman make you feel like you less of a man because You got your own responsibilities that you need to handle as a man and not want to waste money on her. If she's not the type that want to see you win and help you get some money and help you win and work together as a team, it's safe to say that that's not the woman for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Granted, everything on the man, but who says that? Who truly says that? Who came up with those rules?
And here's the thing, ladies, let's be very clear, especially in the African American community. Black women, we are making real moves, money moves, okay? And a lot of us are in a higher financial bracket than a lot of our brothers, right? And this has always been my philosophy. Everything I've ever gotten, I've had to get out the mud, right? So, and I mean literally out the mud. I've been an entrepreneur. It'll be 10 years next year. I just received a very good grant, and I bought some buildings, and I'm opening up a new business. But that was after almost 10 years of being in business, working my tail off, right?
Let's talk about that.
Right.
Let's talk about
so what I'm saying is that when I look at a man, right, I look at a man and I say, okay, yeah, if a person, he may not have $100,000 sitting in the bank account right now, or $1 million here, $1 million there. However, I see that he has goals and I see him working towards something. The same way I had goals and I had to work towards something. I don't have a problem being with somebody who, one, of course, they have to be self-sufficient. In other words, they got to have their own, right. Okay? They got to be able to survive and take care of themselves. That's very important to me, because I need to know what you can do if I'm not around, right? Now, if you coming in a situation and you ain't got nothing, you don't bring nothing to the table,
at home with mama in the basement,
then that's a problem.
I can't do
nothing with that.
It's a red
but
flag.
If you're not necessarily making the type of money that I'm making yet, but you have a plan, that's a completely different situation. I think that sometimes women, we end up shooting ourselves in the foot and we sit up there crying ourselves to sleep, talking about we can't find no good men. When it's a good man out here, he might make $15 an hour. He may even make $12 an hour, but he's working his tail off and he's trying to get to another place. And on top of that, you may have some tools to help him get to that level. If a man knows that you loving him right where he's at, and he sees that you supporting him and respecting him, right? Not doing for him and then throwing it up in his face, but no, respecting him and encouraging him and helping him to grow. I'm not saying open up your wallet and empty your account. No. That's not what you need to do. Right. That's the total opposite. However, if you see a need or if you see ways that he can improve and you can help, if a man sees you doing that, I guarantee you when he get on, he gonna take care of you. He gonna make sure that you taken care of for the rest of your life. Matter of fact, we was listening to that song tonight by Calvin Richardson, More Than a Woman. He was talking about that very situation. He was talking about that very same situation. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of women, I'm just talking to my sisters, right? We miss out on a good man.
And then y'all want to look at the ugly couple who happy and then want to be like, oh, and I can't get a text back.
Right.
Because you're not being realistic.
Or you go and get some of these men, these high value men, as they say, and these high value men, a lot of them be narcissistic, abusive, cheaters, treating you like crap, all for you to say that you could drive a Bentley I know
a few of them. They go, motherfucker. What the nigga say? You gonna cry? You gonna cry in the Nissan or you gonna cry in the Bentley?
Right.
That's toxic. That's toxic. You gonna cry in the Nissan or you gonna cry
like
in the
who
Bentley?
Says that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Run. Right. If anybody says
but they're
something,
not gonna run. They constantly allow themselves to get deeper and deeper into that rabbit hole, knowing damn well that this person is not for them, but they be so jaded with somebody else's lifestyle.
And it's lazy. And lazy.
It's not even a lifestyle.
And lazy. Baby, listen, I done had plenty of opportunities to be flued out people trying to trick their money, all that kind of old stuff, and they was dogs, and they would get upset with me because I wasn't impressed. I never was impressed. I've never been impressed by people and their money. Even I've been around celebrities. I'm a singer. I've opened up for people. I've sat at the same tables as millionaires, and I'm never not me. Why? Because I just feel like the only difference between that person and me is just a matter of time, resources, and when it's my time, it's going to happen. So again, when I look at my king, I see that's what he is. I tell him that all the time. He knows that. He is a king, period. And I'm going to treat him as such. And that's just what that is. And we're going to build our life together. And so when you get that type of mindset about a person, about a relationship, the bond becomes unbreakable.
Yep.
Because there's a certain level of respect that you have for that person. Not only do I respect him in his presence, I respect him when not in his presence. Right? So that means how am I talking about him? How am I talking about situations? How do I conduct myself when I'm not around him? Because see, I'm a queen whether I'm with him or not, right? So if I'm with this man, I'm not going to be sitting up here flirting with other men. I'm not even going to give nobody an opportunity to even come back to him or come and say anything about Toni Ringgold and Chad Steele's relationship. It's how your relationship is a reflection, a direct reflection on how you feel about yourself, how you feel about you. It's a direct reflection. I regard myself very highly. I'm a classy woman. I carry myself a certain type of way. So this is locked in. I had some people that I was hanging out with in New Orleans, and they were asking me some questions. They were like, I mean, do you ever get, lonely? And no, not really. I really don't really get lonely. We on the phone, we talk all day.
All day, every day.
When I'm not working or he not working, we talking.
We talking.
We
sharing ideas. We coming up with business plans. You know what I'm saying? As far as the business, she had went and she had her mindset on this particular building.
Talk about it.
This building did not go through.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't go through for a reason. And for some reason, the people at the bank, they wanted straight cash.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted straight cash. So they weren't even trying to work. They weren't trying to work nothing out. They weren't trying to hear nothing.
They had a cash buyer.
They had a potential cash buyer.
And they didn't want me to go through them because I was getting the loan through the bank and it was their old bank that I was going to purchase.
Right.
So it would have been like a conflict of interest.
So instead of them choosing her when she was for sure ready to get this building, they like, nah, we ain't going to do it. So she was so hurt. I mean, she cried so hard. And I said, babe, relax. Relax. Yeah. It don't stop here. There's other buildings out there. We got this. We gonna find another building.
He did.
Relax.
And see that kind of stuff right there is priceless, right? So let's talk about it. That type of stuff is completely priceless. That's something that money cannot buy. Y'all, I received a grant, a 6-figure grant. I had the bank in line. They were going to give me a loan to make building purchase. I had everything I needed for my equipment, my working capital. Everything was going my way, and the building didn't go through. I was so determined to get this particular building. I stormed the daggone headquarters in Austin, Texas, to try to get this building, and it still didn't go through.
It didn't go through.
And I was heartbroken. And when I found the news, I was sitting here in Dallas, and I'm so glad that I was with him in person when I found this out. I cried. He gave me, let's talk about it. First of all, he gave me my space. When I cried, I went in the room and I boo-hooed. And he did not go and try to tell me to snap out of it. He didn't fuss. He didn't do a lot of things that sometimes a lot of men do. He gave me room to feel my emotions. Then after I felt my emotions, he came in. He was like, are you okay? And I was like, no. He's like, well, can I talk to you? He came in and talked. I was like, you know what? Just forget it. I'm not going to do this anymore. This is too much. Da, 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 da. And he looked me in my eye. He said, no, this is not the end.
No.
We gonna find another building. You didn't come all the way this far to give up. Let's do it. Y'all, do you understand that not only now that I not only have one building, but I have two buildings, 3 suites, and it is so much better.
For the price of one, and the property look way better on the outside and the inside, because the first property, she would have had to put a lot of money in for renovations.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And not only that, she would have had to worry about the cosmetic side on the external part of the building as well. So she won. And then on top of that, the potential buyer for the original building, they never got the motherfucker.
They never got.
So it's still sitting there.
And so that meant that wasn't the building for me. The building that I have now is in a better part of town. It's literally across the street from City Hall. And if it wasn't for him calming me down, him and my daddy, the two men in my life, calming me down and saying, you know what? No, we're not gonna give up. I want you. It's gonna be okay. See, that's the type of priceless support that, like I said, money can't buy. See, for a woman like me, who's a go-getter, who's out here making it happen every day, that's all I need.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Like I tell him all the time, you know, when we're together, I don't want to be in charge. I want to lay down and let you say this is what we're gonna do. And let you be like, okay, now this is how we gonna handle that. See, that's the type of stuff that I feel like as women, we're taking on a lot of masculine energy, right? And sometimes it's because we had to, because we were put in situations that we shouldn't have been in. We were made to be the mother and the father. We were made to be this. We were made to be that. And we start taking on some of this energy that is not really conducive to a healthy heterosexual man and woman relationship. One of the things that I worked towards, and I'm still working towards because I'm still very headstrong and stubborn, is to allow my feminine energy to shine through. In other words, be okay with not having to be in charge of everything. Be okay with somebody saying, nah, that's not what we're going to do. Be okay with somebody saying, I got this. I got it. Let me handle it. I got it. Sit down. That type of thing.
You got to make your woman feel secure at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Make her feel secure. Make her feel safe. Encourage her the same way that she going to encourage you. You can't be with nobody and expect them to encourage you all the time and you not reciprocate. That's how y'all become the best y'all can be for each other. Not only that, a power couple.
A unit,
mm-hmm. A force. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this on a spiritual level. You know what I'm saying? She know I'm a very spiritual dude. You know, it's a lot of things that I've introduced her to, mm-hmm. as far as, you know, spirituality. You know what I'm saying? And it's all pure.
Yeah.
It's all pure. And I'm telling you, I found my person.
Yo. In real life.
This it, nigga. This is it, nigga. Nigga, this is it.
With your shirt. You looking like anyway.
This it, bro. this it. Shit.
No, for real. I don't want to do it no more. I told her I'm gonna start over no more.
I don't plan. I don't have any plans on starting over. I plan on marrying this woman, and I'm telling y'all flat out, I plan on making this woman my wife. So stay tuned for that nice ass ring. Okay, stay tuned. She ain't gonna know when. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hit her. I'm a hit her when she only in expected.
Yeah.
I'm a hit her when she only in expected.
You know what's crazy?
I'm done.
You know what's so crazy? Like, this how I know that I'm like, this is my person. This is my husband. Because there have been 2 occasions where I was out and about around men. One occasion I was at a venue in Austin performing, and then I just said it again when I was around some other men, and I did it subconsciously. Oh, it was when I was at the Flamingo Cantina in Austin performing, and then it was a bunch of contractors, and they were all around. Twice I was like, yeah, my husband, and I was like, wait a minute, did I say husband?
See, I give off husband vibes.
Yeah, got husband energy.
I
Big
give
husband
off,
energy.
I give off husband energy. I give off Chad Dad.
Chad Daddy.
She like to call me Chad Daddy. As a matter of fact, and her best friend Wetton, they had my name on the list as Chad Daddy.
Okay, so look, let me tell you how that happened. Okay.
Funniest shit ever. I should have recorded it.
So this is how it happened. Okay. Before I met him, mind you, this is how we talk about manifestation and speaking things into existence, right? Before I met him, they said they were getting married and they were working on their guest list, and they was like, so who are you gonna bring? You have a plus one? I was like, yeah. I said, just put down Big Daddy. Promise. That's what I said. Just put in. My best friend would tell this is the truth.
And this was before
I had ever even known of this man, Big Daddy. Anyway, before I had even known, right, of him at all, I was like, just put down Big Daddy. So when you know, of course, then by this time they were planning when everything me and Chad met, we got in a relationship. So then she just put Chad down, but she forgot. She didn't know what his last name was. She just left Daddy on there. So then when we go up there, it said Chad.
Chad Daddy.
And I already have been calling him Chad Dad. And the reason why I call him Chad Dad is because we're on the phone a lot when I'm chastising the kids or giving them directions, or even when he was down the last time with the kids, he just took on, he's not their dad. They have a father. But he took on a father figure role in some of the things and the way he was dealing with the kids. And the kids were able to receive it from him. They didn't feel a way about it. He didn't come in overstepping his boundaries. It was a way that he was dealing with the kids to make them feel comfortable. And so I call him Chad Dad. I'd be like, Chad Dad. And so yeah, so that's how the Chad Daddy.
Yep, I made them clean up the whole house.
It was
my mama was gone. She had a perform. What was it? You had TED Talk. She had TED Talk. She had TED Talk going on. She had a performance. She did what's the name of that song?
Strange Fruit.
Strange Fruit. Oh man, that song is so sad.
Yeah, it is.
Man, it's so sad, but she did a phenomenal performance. And when she came home, the house smelled like bleach.
Woo!
It smelled like eucalyptus. Okay.
The
kids was like, look what we did, Mom. I pep talk the kids. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like, y'all supposed to do this and supposed to do that. Like, you ain't got to talk to kids like that. It's a certain way that you can communicate with the little people. You know what I'm saying?
And the kids, and like we went out to eat afterwards, like a few weeks later. And so one of the things that I do when I take the kids out to eat, I always make them say something they like about each other. We put phones down and we chill. And so the kids, while we were out to eat, they started talking about Chad. And they was like, we just, he made us feel like, he made us want to take pride in what we do. And he made us, see things from a different perspective. And that type of thing, if I didn't know for sure I loved him then, after that, it was like no question. That was like it. I was like, okay. So.
And then what Eli say? He said, I inspired him.
Yep.
He said, I inspired him. That mean a lot to me. You know what I mean? And that right there lets me know that I'm gonna always have a good relationship with her kids. You know what I'm saying? Because we got our own language. She got her own language and lingo with her kids, but we got our own language and lingo, we understand each other, and they respect me.
And that's another thing, mothers. I'm gonna tell y'all, when you want to get in a relationship with a man, right? I'm not saying that letting a man beat on your kids and all that. No, that's not what I'm saying.
I ain't whooping no kids.
But yeah, no,
I
we're
ain't
not doing
none of that.
But, however, if you are going to let a man come into your household and assume the role as the man of the house, you have to let that man be the man of the house. Okay? So my children have a father. He is active in their lives. Okay? He gets them every other weekend and on holidays and everything else. So it's not like that without a dad, right? But when he comes into that household, he will be the man of the house. There's going to be a certain way that the you have to understand that the dynamic shift, that you cannot let these kids talk to this man any kind of way. You cannot not allow this man to have a voice in his own home, because if we're in the same house, right, then that means that that's his house just like it's my house. Yep. Right? It ain't my house. It's our home. So if that man can't be the man of his home, then that means that the dynamic is off and it's shifted. And that's the reason why you have so many relationships failing. That's the reason why you have so many men leaving. You see people, they because a man, it's in his nature to be a man. And you got to let him be that.
But you got man boys too. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It would have been a man boy that would have been laid up and shot up in a room, not even communicating with her kids and not even concerned with the way the house looked.
Right.
Because I'm a clean dude. You know what I'm saying? My house is clean, tip-top shape, and I expect their house to be the same way. And like how I explained to them, I said, this is your place of peace. This is your home. You know what I'm saying? This is where you watch TV, where you eat at, where you relax at. You should want your house to smell good. It make them want to go even harder. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fuss at them. I wouldn't, badgering them or none of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And whatever they felt like what they did was right, I came in and I corrected them like, hey, okay, I see what you did, but I'm finna show you how to do it the right way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody saying something?
Oh, find love on the what? Yeah, that's spam.
Find love on the best date. What they say? Sexfind.pro. What the fuck?
There must be on Twitch.
That's YouTube. You see the symbol? It be spammers on YouTube. Wow. They be coming out of nowhere, just saying shit.
Well, it's a couple of people that have been watching consistently, and I just want to say shout out
to the few people that have been watching for sure. Like, I thank y'all for tuning in because we speaking our truth. You know what I'm saying?
And we didn't promote it or anything like that. We just wanted to get on here and holler at y'all tonight. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's getting a little late.
Yeah, it's getting a little late. Yeah. Hey, hey, look. Look, that plum wine that got to it, y'all. Mm-hmm. That plum wine that got to you, baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a couple of more things we had to take care of before the sun come up.
Look. That they ain't have to know that.
I didn't say it.
Okay, but you
just gotta do a couple of things.
You know what? Listen, this is what I want y'all to do. If y'all have, where did that? Where is that? If y'all have, where did I?
Right there, real Lastpage Toni Ringgold.
No, that ain't it. That's it right there. No. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
If you have any topic ideas or if you like to be on the show, I would love to have you come on. Email openpagepodcast@gmail.com. Once I build my fan base up and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, once I build my repertoire and everything up, I'm gonna build a website because the website gonna have all the raw and uncut stuff on there. It ain't gonna be on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, none of that shit. So if you want to be interviewed, if you a singer, an artist, rapper, poet, you know, if you're an author, if you write books, a comedian, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Come hop on Open Page Podcast and conversate with your boy. Man.
We would love to have you.
For sure. But with that being said, we up out this thing, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.